Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I am going to explain you the introduction part from the chapter Lines and Angles. Okay, so before going to start my video, I just request all of you to get subscribe my channel and press the bell icon in order to receive notifications for my future videos. Okay, so now let us begin with basic terms and definitions. Okay, so your first definition is here, line segment. So what is line segment? It is a part of a line with two endpoints. Okay, so here you can see in this, it is a part of a line with two endpoints A and B. Okay, so this is nothing but line segment. Okay, so the next thing is what? Ray. So the ray is nothing but a part of a line with only one endpoint. Okay, so here you can see this. It has a starting point, that means it has a fixed starting point and no end point. It is like you can see extended infinitely in one direction, isn't it? So a ray is nothing but it has a fixed starting point but no end point. Okay, so it is like extended infinitely in one direction. Okay, so it is a part of a line with one end point. So the next thing is what? Collinear points and non-collinear points. Okay, so what is the meaning of this? We'll see now. If three or more than 3 points lie on the same line, then they are called collinear points. Otherwise, they are non-collinear points. Okay, so now here you can see in this example what they are telling actually. If 3 or more points, here you can see P, Q and R. Okay, so P, Q, R are lying on the same line, isn't it? So these are called as collinear points. Okay, so now if you are considering this example, triangle example, you can see. So A, B and C are non-collinear points because they are not lying on the same line, isn't it? Collinear in the sense, if 3 or more than 3 points lie on the same line, then they are called as collinear points. If they are not lying on the same line, then it is called as non-collinear points. Okay, so now let us move on to the next one, that is angle. So what is angle over here? We'll see. Angle is nothing but angle is formed when two rays originate from the same endpoint. Okay, so as we have studied, what is the meaning of ray? Ray is nothing but it has a fixed starting point but no end point, isn't it? So now here the angle definition they have given as angle is formed when two rays originate from the same end point. Okay, so here you can see the same end point B is there and the two rays are originated, isn't it? So ray A and ray C, isn't it? So here you can see this is a fixed starting point. Okay, so now what they have given here, angle is formed when two rays originate from the same end point. Okay, so two rays are originated from the same end point, that is nothing but B. Okay, so now here you can see angle ABC. Okay, angle ABC is denoted by like this. Okay, you can see over here angle ABC is denoted by like this, and the rays making an angle are called the arms of ABC. Okay, so the rays, so which rays here? AB and BC. Okay, the rays which making an angle are called as arms of angle ABC. So here you can see this one and this one are called as arms of an angle ABC. Okay, so why? Because these rays are making an angle. Okay, so for that sake it is called as arms of angle ABC. Okay, so the end point B you can see over here, the end point B is called as vertex of angle ABC. So the end point B is called as vertex of angle ABC. So now we'll move on to the types of angles. So here you can see types of angles. So there are different types of angles are there. So such as acute angle, right angle, obtuse angle, straight angle and reflex angle. So let us see one by one. First one is acute angle. So what is the meaning of acute angle? Already you have studied this in your 8th standard. So now let us take a glance on it once again. So an acute angle is angle which is less than 90 degrees. So here you can see this figure. So this is 90 degree, isn't it? So this is your acute angle. Anything like any angle which is less than 90 degree, okay, any angle which is less than 90 degree is called as acute angle. Okay, so now we'll move on to the right angle. So what is the meaning of right angle? We'll see. Right angle, in the sense all of you already know, actually we'll see now. A right angle is an angle which is equal to 90 degree. Okay, so which is exactly equal to 90 degree. It is an angle which is exactly equal to 90 degree, that is called as right angle. Okay, so now the next thing is what? Obtuse angle, isn't it? Obtuse angle is nothing but, we'll see now what is obtuse angle. Yeah, it's here. So you can see obtuse angle is nothing but it is an angle which is more than 90 degree and less than 180 degree. So here one condition they have given already. You saw this figure, right? This is 90 degree. Yeah, so here obtuse angle is nothing but it should be more than 90 degree. Okay, it should be more than 90 degree and less than 180 degree. Okay, so now the next one is straight angle. So what do you mean by straight angle? So straight angle is nothing but it is an angle which is exactly equal to 180 degree. So here you can see this in this figure, you can see this is straight angle. Okay, so this is straight angle, in like a straight angle is equals to 180 degree. Okay, so the next one is reflex angle. So reflex angle is nothing but it is an angle which is more than 180 degree. Okay, so this is 180 degree, right? This is 180 degree in the sense which is more than 180 degree and less than 360 degree. So reflex angle, in the sense a reflex angle is an angle which is more than 180 degree and less than 360 degree. Okay, so now other angles we'll study, that is what is complementary angles. So complementary angle, in the sense, see here, if we will add up two angles, okay, two angles whose sum is 90 degree are called complementary angles. For example, see here 40 degree and 50 degree. When you will add up these two angles, what you are going to get? You are going to get 90 degrees. So that they are called as complementary angles. Okay, so that kind of the angles are called as complementary angles. If the sum of the two angle is 90 degree, then you can say that complementary angles. Next thing is similar to that. What is supplementary angle? Supplementary angle, in the sense two angles whose sum is 180 degree are called as supplementary angles. Okay, so now for example 90 degree plus 90 degree, 180 degree. So these two angles are called as supplementary angles. When you will add up that two angles, whenever you are getting the sum as 180 degree, that kind of the angles are called as supplementary angles. Okay, so the next thing is adjacent angles. So adjacent angles, in the sense two angles are adjacent if they have a common vertex, a common arm, and their non-common arms are on different sides of the common arm. So the meaning of this I'll explain now. So first thing is what? The two angles. Here you can see this angle and this angle you can see, right? So the two angles are adjacent if they have a common vertex. So see here, for angle DBC and for angle ABD, which is the common vertex? Common vertex is D, isn't it? So, and they have a common arm. Okay, so common arm, in the sense common side. Okay, for both the angles, angle ABD and angle DBC, which is the common vertex or common arm over here. BD is the common arm, isn't it? Or common side. Okay, so now and their non-common arms, like non-common sides, this is common side, this is non-common side, are different sides of the common arm. So see here, this is your common side. Yes, so non-common arms are different side of the common arm. Here also non-common arms are different side of the common arm, isn't it? So now here you can see angle ABD. Yeah, so angle ABD and angle DBC are the adjacent angle. This angle and this angle are adjacent angles. Okay, so now here you can see ray BD is there common arm. Already I told you, right? And BA and BC are the non-common arms. Okay, so now here you can write angle ABC as, like you can see, it is the combination of the two angles, angle ABC, isn't it? Angle ABD plus angle DBC. Okay, so the next thing is what? We'll move on to the vertically opposite angles. So what is the meaning of vertically opposite angles? The vertically opposite angles are formed when two lines intersect each other at a point. Okay, so when the vertically opposite angles will form when the two lines intersect each other at one point O. Okay, so then it is called, then the vertically opposite angles are formed. Okay, so now here you can see in this example, two lines AB and CD are intersecting at a point O, isn't it? So here the angles formed are called as vertically opposite angles. So here one pair of vertically opposite angle is nothing but angle AOD and angle COB. Okay, and the other pair is nothing but angle AOC and angle DOB. Okay, so these are the pair of vertically opposite angles. Okay, so now let us move on to the next one, that is, what do you mean by intersecting lines and non-intersecting lines? Okay, so first thing is what? Here you can see this example. I'm going to explain you this by using this example. So here PQ and RS are intersecting lines because they are intersecting each other at one point, that is O, isn't it? So these are called as intersecting lines. Okay, so now lines AB and CD are non-intersecting lines, isn't it? They are they are non-intersecting lines because they are not intersecting at a point, isn't it? So now here you can see these are called as parallel lines. Okay, they will never meet, they will never intersect. Okay, so what is happening here, you can see if the distance between these two lines are equal. Okay, so if you'll measure the distance from here to here, here to here, here to here, the distance will be similar or same every time, and the thing is what, they will not meet at one point. When you will like extend it infinitely, it will not meet at one point. Okay, so they are always like this, equidistant from one another. Okay, so the next thing is what? The pair of angles. So in this we have to study about, mainly have to study about the linear pair of angles. So when the sum of the two angles, okay, so already we have studied this actually, when the sum of two adjacent angles is 180 degree. Okay, so when the sum of two adjacent angles are 180 degree, then they are called a linear pair of angles. So see this figure, you will understand this is 180 degree, isn't it? So when the sum of the two adjacent angles are 180 degree, then it is called as linear pair of angles. Okay, so now here you can see, if a ray stands on a line, okay, if a ray stands on a line, then the sum of two adjacent angles formed is always 180 degree. So here you can see OC is the ray which is standing on the line AB, isn't it? So whenever the ray stands on a line, then the sum of the two adjacent angles formed will be always 180 degree. Okay, so now the next thing is what? If the sum of two adjacent angles is 180 degree, reverse. If the sum of two adjacent angles, that is angle AOC, angle COB will be is equals to 180 degree, then you can easily say that then a ray stands on a line. Okay, so opposite of this definition. Okay, so here you can see angle AOC plus angle BOC will be is equals to 180 degree.
So here we'll see the property now. If two lines intersect each other, then the vertically opposite angles are equal. Okay, so here you can see AB and CD are intersecting at a point O. Okay, so according to this property, if two lines are intersect each other, then the vertically opposite angles are equal, right? So here the two pairs of vertically opposite angles are there. Angle AOD and angle COB are one pair, and angle DOB and angle AOC is one pair. Okay, so these two pairs are equal to one another. So I hope you understood this. Thank you for watching my video.